Tornadoed.
Well, hello there. So, got some stuff going on. I didn't catch who it was. Apparently it was the law. But, just as we were about ready to get started potentially and invites were coming in, I think it was the law, from what I understand. He kind of called it. He came into the lobby, and he started off by saying, sorry, I was listening to the comms. Anyways, he started off by saying, hey guys, I might lose electricity or get hit by a tornado. And then like 3 seconds later, he was gone. So that happened. I hope everything's good there for the law and co. But that being said, the one link to get the rest of the players in for 6 foot over was lost to the electricity going out or what have you. So therefore, we're still waiting, as you can see, on the rest of these teams or players that join. So they're going to try and get them in. Again, best wishes towards the law. Hope everything's good there. But yeah, sounds like dealing with potential storms, electric issues, and whatnot. But in the meantime, we're just going to wait. And actually, this match was intended to be played 3v3.
But he's not appearing on my list.
So
I don't know what to do.
Team's trying to figure it out, apparently, what to do. But anyway, yeah, this match was actually going to be played 3v3, I suppose, under the sense that there's that rule where if you have both teams needing a sub, then no sub should be used. So that was the intention. Now what's actually going to happen? Your guess is as good as mine because we're still trying to get the players in. But nonetheless, we have 6 foot over here coming in with a record, and I don't know about the roster, but coming in with a record of 9-8. They've been putting on some wins as of late. You can see they're working their way up and finding themselves here in the silver division now, going up against Milk, who've definitely proven themselves over time. So I'm just curious here as we try and get some players in. Oh, hold on, I'm going to just try and ping some of the teams. Actually, now we do get a dropout, it seems, from someone over there on Milk. So maybe we got another invite. Let me go check. Nope, doesn't seem to be the case. All right, anyway. Wait, so there's the law in the chat. Are you there? I mean, was that you that was in the lobby that just said a few minutes ago that you might drop out your electricity or something? What happened, man? Where's everyone at? Because, yeah, we're still waiting on some folks to join. Well, either way, in the meantime, as I was mentioning, 6 foot over, been definitely getting just better as the season's gone on. Worked their way up to the silver division. They're working with a positive win-loss record now. Looking to maybe go up by 2 games over 500 with a victory here tonight. As far as the Milk goes, dealing with for the moment anyway, kind of a 3-man roster, having lost some of their players in recent weeks. I mean, they've had a couple different, or more than a couple, I think. They've had a few different players here on Milk's roster over the course. So, yeah, kind of in a need of a permanent player / sub for the next few weeks. So, I don't know. Keep that in mind for you guys at home. Looking for a team, maybe. But nonetheless, Milk, a gold division team coming in with a 9-7 record, 1200 MMR, finding some good success. Now, also on that note, while we do wait for these players to rejoin, let me adjust this roster real quick for Milk. There we go. Now we're set. Good to go. They've got themselves their 4th member. But yes, alright, so sounds like we might be good to go, at least so they say in the Discord. And look, there's Vanzi after all, so we're gonna be good, I think.
Wait, you guys are getting Shepard as a sub?
Ooh, we got Shepard as a sub.
What the pub?
What the pub? Thank you for censoring yourself with my YouTube vid title. Great. Yeah. What the pub indeed. 3v3, maybe Shepard as a sub. I don't know what's happening here, but it's going to be interesting. I can say that much. 3v3 and one of them being subs. There he is. There's Shepard, so grumpy. Seeing his old buddy there. So Vanzi, Shepard, Citrus. Okay, Harry, we're gonna roll with it, I guess.
Can we agree that this game doesn't count?
Here, why not? Let me adjust.
They asked me to sub, so here I am.
Let me adjust 6 foot over's roster there too. There you go. Now Shepard's an honorary member for the day. All right, how about that?
No, you didn't.
Maybe.
All right, well, I'm gonna let the teams know either or that they can start.
You didn't, I would have said yes.
Hey, can you sub?
A little late now, I'm sorry.
No, this is never late. We haven't started yet.
We're his favorite team now. Guys, I think we have to go. You know, maybe we can reschedule.
Come on, cowards.
Wait, we didn't get the ready up go thing.
Yes, you did.
I don't think we're ready up yet.
All right, so there we go. We got the players ready.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right, so we got it going. Just about. First match of the day, a throwback. You heard a throwback Thursday. How about way back Wednesday? Honestly, I feel that is that a thing? Because that actually sounds a lot better than throwback Thursday. You know, way back when, way back Wednesday. Anyway, way back Wednesday, 3v3 Echo Arena. What is this? 2019, I guess. So let's go then. Gameplay underway. Round 1. Here we go. 6 foot over on the left side there. Orange side, Vanzi, Shepard, and Citrus versus Milk over on blue.
Citrus is like 6 foot tall. That's kind of weird.
So weird. As Shepard goes for the passing play, just missing, kind of coming in unexpectedly here. Sub situation, emergency situation. So Shepard, I'm sure not too warmed up yet, but that could change, should change. Very good player is Shepster, as everyone calls him, literally. As Callan goes in for Milk. First 2 points for their team. Gotta say, I'm not all too the law dash. Saying I want to see this. Listening to audio, can someone narrate points? Every time, sure. 2-0 for Milk. Anyway, normally I don't look forward to 3v3 anymore, just because, you know, that's old news. It's all about the 4v4 now. So the very few times we've seen it, I go, ugh, why? But you know what? I think, oh boy, JL Graham, look at that flashy shot there. The stun, the steal, the whirl around. You talk about the law and his tornadoes. That was a tornado of a move for JL Graham. Anyway, I was going to say, I think the nostalgia glasses have got me feeling a certain way because, you know what? I'm okay with this 3v3. It's been a while. I like the excitement of 4v4 better, but you know what? We'll roll with this. 3v3 is fine for today. Way back Wednesday. That's a thing now. If it wasn't before. It might have been. But Vanzi up here getting stunned by Callan. Callan from up above. Going back here to the bow tie. And the difference you will recognize here with 3v3 is just the pace. All kinds of different. Now I know that 4v4 has kind of slowed down as of late. I know that people finding and figuring out that meta, but 3v3 especially definitely prioritizing just the slower play a lot. That was kind of the meta over towards the end of 3v3's lifespan of sorts. It was just very much same kind of roll-ups every time. Same kind of cross passes, you know. It was just a different kind of pace, more actions per minute in 3v3. Not to mention all the stacks that you get from 4v4, the double stacks as they go in for a 3-point shot, and Callan getting the shot here, 8-0. As I'm mindful for the law to keep saying. Although I'm not sure you want to hear me say that, but I said it. 8-0 so far for Milk.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So 7:20 remaining here, still in the first round. 8 points in that span for Milk. As Vanzi goes for that pass over to the left side, approaching the bubble now on offense. Citrus gonna take the shot and gets it. There's the first 2 points. Just a 2-on-1 inside the goal. And shout out to the law again. Your team scored. Vanzi and Citrus. Another problem. I mean, not problem, but a factor with 3v3. If one person gets stuck in the back line, they're stuck in the back line, and it is just a numbers advantage all the way through, just about you know, impossible to get back to the front. So that's the other thing about threes. It's just you're punished very, very, very hard for being out of position even slightly, with no options for getting back. So nonetheless, 8-2, 6:28 left here as a shot goes through for C. Jason on the 2, and it's 10-2, favoring Milk. Kotai saying, wait, Palidore saying it now, saying what now? Oh, yes, the scores? Yeah. I can do my job sometimes. But as always, I appreciate the Twitch chat for being there to help, because sometimes I also need that. As a shot goes through for almost a 3 for Vanzi, unable to do so, but a steal from Citrus inside the bubble, so over to the barrier, and it's going to be had by Vanzi. Good assist. Just a straight-up goal on the goalie, so 10-4. Gotta go super radio style for the law today. Those power outages, man. Gotta hate them. The power outages, not the law. I love you. Anyway. So Callan for Milk with the disc over on the Ness doing jumping jacks to bait the defense in as he sends a pass to JL Graham. JL over to see Jason in the tunnel in the midline, playing it very slowly here. The defense for 6 foot over, just kind of lightly contesting at mid, but not really pressing up too hard, especially, I mean, with a 10-4 lead. Milk, once again, back pass to Callan at the nest, forwards it to the tunnel, playing extremely, extremely carefully and really trying to bait the defense here for 6 foot over hard. Now, finally into the other side, a good pass, actually had the open goal, didn't recognize it in time, so C. Jason now gets the recovery as the defense all retreats into the bubble. And up high to C. Jason, so CJ goes to the bow tie pass. Vanzi just ping-ponging between the offensive players trying to contest, and now outside the bubble, it's Citrus. But, getting the pass off to C. Jason from JL Graham, and that's a 2-point shot right in front of the goal, 12-4. Okay, so after a few minutes of that now, we have 4:18 left on this clock in round 1. Oh, and we got a rematch. Well, that's inconvenient. But anyway, I was going to say, after about 6.5 minutes of play, I can firmly say I'm kind of over the nostalgia. I like 4v4 better. But we'll still roll with this. That's okay. Yeah.
I'm trying.
So
Fix it faster.
It's momentarily fixed.
Callan with the reverse audio issues.
How weird it is.
Sometimes an issue. I don't know what the case is for Callan, because actually I played with him in the mixed private match about a week ago, and he was having that issue too. But the odd thing is he does not have, apparently he doesn't use cable extensions, and usually from what I remember, with my own experiences and in the past, usually the reverse audio thing is some sort of weird thing with extension cables oftentimes. But apparently not the case for Callan, so that's awfully inconvenient. But in any case, yeah, we're still at the stoppage at the timeout, and I'm just remembering that I actually did have a timeout timer that I could technically bring up here. That was a lot of tease, but I'll bring it up for you there just because I can again, even though it's not actually 5 minutes on the clock, probably more like 4. But anywho. With that said, 4:23 on the clock, 12-4 on the scoreboard. Oh, there's the potential restart, maybe. Grumpiest Broom saying, who's the halftime show? 'Tis I, Palidore. I'm your halftime show. How may I entertain you today while we wait for the teams already back up? Oh, too late. They're ready, so no entertainment for you. All right.
Round
From me, that is.
begin.
Not at these teams. I like these teams. They're very entertaining.
11, 10, 9,
Except for that
8,
Milk
7,
logo. Not quite entertained by that. That's okay, though. So we're going to go back here, as I remember, to... Oh, okay. So another rematch. Thinking emoji. Oh, well, we'll roll with this, I guess. I mean, that's technically 2 timeouts, isn't it? Either or. Maybe it's just the clock they're adjusting. I'm not sure.
Okay, alright, let's go.
blue team ready.
Okay, there we go. So just making an adjustment evidently on, I don't know, disc positioning, maybe timer. Whatever the case is, we're good now. So hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to finish out this first round. 12-4 for Milk. Following this one, we also have Instinct versus Wireless Jacks coming right up. And Joust's going to be underway here. 6 foot over with the disc. There's Shepard subbing in last minute as that deep pass goes to the other side. And already the stacks just completely stopped. Actually, there comes one boosted C. Jason, but not enough time to stop the goal from Vanzi. Great hit on that spinning shot. Dunk. Hi Palidore, hi Palidore, hi Palidore. Hi Sputnik, hi BTS, hi Sputnik. By Grumpy. Poem by Grumpy. Okay, so it's a 6-point game. 12-6, 349, favoring Milk here. But 6 foot over. Looking for some moves. I mean, that last one maybe give him some momentum anytime he can get those flashy dunks off, just like if you're watching basketball, sometimes those big plays are worth more than 2 points just in terms of the mental game. Oh, and big save from Shepard. Look at that. Callan was just...
What a save. Oh my god.
Exactly. Callan was just eyeing him down, slowed down going into the goal, and then taking the shot daringly at Shepard, but no, he just picked that one off like the natural he is inside the goal. So, there's JL Graham. Naturally over to see Jason. See Jason seeing the goal and seeing the goalie. Definitely not wanting to go that direction again after what happened with Shepard. So, still sticking here in Milk side of the floor. There's Citrus bothering pretty well on the defense. Kind of playing those passing lanes alongside Vanzi here. But some more slow play from C. Jason. So now 2:50 left. Still a 6-point lead for Milk. How am I doing, Law? Are you following okay? So picked off here by Shepard in the back line. We'll go back to possession of 6 foot, but he gets punched by Callan, taken off little off guard there, and Callan will just gently let go of the disc and let it carry itself in on its own momentum.
Fair.
Well, rip. Anyway, that's another thing that you do not see in 4v4 pretty much ever. Because of those secondary stacks from 4v4, those slow shots will very, very often end up getting saved. We've seen it a lot of times because there's just no time. If the goal's ever open in 4v4, usually there's already going to be a stack there. So you have one shot to make it, and if you don't get it off fast enough... Oh, as a shot gets off from Shepard! Wow, what a good shot. He had to weave that really tightly past some defenders there from the 3-point land. 14 meters out. And just nailed it. So it's 15-9, 146 left here. Still a big advantage, big enough advantage for Milk to possibly just stall this out till the end. But that said, a tap might go back in the midline. Will be taken here by Citrus. Citrus over to the wedge. Now getting a good leech off here. Callan leeching off Vanzi, so Callan does retrieve the disc right back. Goes to the center on the clear. Ricochets to the opposite tunnel. And now bothering inside the tunnel there. See Jason taking a shot. Will be off that 3-point land and recovering on the bottom line. JL Graham getting stunned out by Vanzi. Citrus. Citrus goes for a clear. 1 minute, 8 seconds left. Still 6-point game. Advantage to Milk. Now Milk with possession over at the midfield and spreading out the floor into that triangle formation that we know was oh so common back in the 3v3 days. So here goes the nostalgia boost. Going for a boosted shot. It's C. Jason off JL Graham's assist. 17-9, favoring Milk in the first 44 seconds remaining.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
All right, well, mathematical time, as we like to say, is just about done, and, well, it is done. So 30 seconds left the 8-point advantage here for Milk in round 1. But 6 foot over, going for a quick passing play, just taking a bad bounce, but Vanzi still recollects there. Gets stunned out, but nice dish to Shepard in the mid lane. Shepard, a deep pass to the front of the bubble. There's Citrus with the shoulder, the anchor shot from the shoulder. You have Vanzi on the backboard, and they go to him for a nice dunking play. And it's 17-11 as we conclude this first round.
That's the end of this round. Blue has it this time.
So keeping in mind, again, the stats are a bit partial because of the restarts and whatnot, but put them in for you and go over to the highlights screen, see what we've got to go with. And yeah, it's actually I should never mind. I was gonna say I should ping these teams and remind them to reset the times, but they just did as I said that. So it's Shepard, Vanzi with 4 points, Shepard with 3 points, Citrus with a pair of assists on those goals. Over for Milk, Callan leading it with 3 points. See Jason with 2, and then JL Graham with the 1 assist. So yeah, limited on the stat sheet just because of the restarts and such. So that's that, I suppose. Teams readying up now and ready to go for round 2 in this 3v3. Way back Wednesday. I'll keep saying it until it's confirmed a thing. I'm telling you, sounds so much better than Throwback Thursday. It makes sense. Grayek hopping in there saying 3v3 question? Whack. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I was briefly missing it a little bit here to start. Like, oh, those were the days when the meta was much more simple and slower. So maybe this will be fun. And I mean, it's been fine. Come get a cam on you. Do I dare? No, maybe it was the other side.
Can't reach both of them. Gee, come here. Come here. Palidore, I hope you're here.
I'm here.
Didn't even hit one.
Oh no. Well, he's no Guygasm, I guess, with that reach. Alas.
I hope Palidore was there.
I was there. All right. Well, anyway, off to the second round. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, simpler times. Always have a special place in my heart, 3v3, but at the same time, not one that I like quite as much as 4v4 now. It's fun. But still, these players having fun, seemingly, and that's always nice to see. And just trying to finish this one out. And again, we do have another game as well coming up after this, which by all accounts should be 4v4, Wireless Jacks versus Instinct. Those are our 2 North American matches for the night. We had 4 European matches earlier in the night. Anyways, Milk was just stalling there for a while, getting the nice backboard pass. Oh, and walking it in was Callan. Oh, Callan. Got the backboard pass, just held on to it for a couple seconds, uncontested, and then very slowly walked it into the goal while the goalie was bothered there. Like I said, those are the things you can't really get away with too much in 4v4. There's just no time. Way too many players and too much speed coming in. And as a shot goes out, however, 1 point lead here for 6 foot over off of a nice 3-pointer from Citrus on an open goal. So there you go, 3-2, about a minute and 20 seconds in to the second round. But yeah, you know, it's even more interesting to see because it's like when you're so used to 4v4 and the pacing of that, like I really would be curious partially, maybe for like a future, I don't know, future cup or something, just like for a fun thing. Like, just considering where teams were at before 4v4 was a thing, now that they've experienced 4s, how much slower and controlled they feel in 3v3, you know? It's like going in for a shot here, actually holding the thought, as JL Graham goes for just a walk-in, kind of hooking it above on the defender. So 4-3 for Milk. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up the play-by-play purely for the law over there, because I feel bad that he lost his power right before he was supposed to play. That stinks. But anyway. But yeah, with it being the way it is now, I just wonder if like the whole game slowed down for them. Not just in a literal sense, but I mean like mentally. Like they can just process information so much faster now that they're so used to the speed of 4v4. Just food for thought. I know that's a reality a lot of times. Like it's said a lot in sports, or at least in basketball, how this back pass goes to Callan in the goal. Said a lot in basketball, though, for instance. Hold the thought again, because there's a shot in for C. Jason. Let me talk. Jeez. No. 7-3 for Milk. But I know a lot of times in people's rookie season, the game, it feels so much faster to them because they're not used to the pace of the NBA. So when they go from college to the NBA, everything's so fast, it's so quick, and they're not reacting kind of with the same calmness. But then after another, months or maybe a couple of years, seasons in the league, things like that, it does slow down for them mentally. And suddenly, things that seemed so fast before, as fast as that shot was for Callan, up by 10 or up by 7. But as fast as things seem at first, once you're used to something faster, it's just a whole new game. Callan's really putting on some points, though. By the way, 5 points here in the second round. Not to mention some points earlier in the first that got wiped, so doing well for himself. But now deep into the clear, onto the Milk zone. It's taken here by Citrus, and Citrus swings around that corner pole and goes for that shot on the goal. So 10-5 advantage still, going to 6 foot here. And the law in there is saying, I'm bitter, not gonna lie, about the your power going out, I assume. Yeah, it definitely sucks. I mean, the timing was slightly funny, I won't lie. Just because you're saying, my electricity might go out, and then suddenly, boom, you're gone. So on paper, the comedic timing was funny. But, that aside, it's definitely a sucky situation. So sorry for that. Luckily we had Shepard here to substitute late. No, that said, see Jason missing a pass there. JL Graham over near that tunnel. Gets the disc, goes to see Jason, and then right back out to the Rad logo by mid. Callan with the disc here for Milk. So Callan crossing it over just underneath the bubble. A pass up high to the nest area, or the barrier, but the diver missing it. Taken back by JL, but couldn't make that turnaround shot either. So over on the side wall, Callan recollects the defense. Citrus there pushing up as well as Vanzi. And a bow tie pass to C. Jason. Now C. Jason up ahead to the shoulder. From that shoulder, saved out by Citrus! A nice save there on what looked to be a guaranteed goal for Milk. So indeed, now the boost for Vanzi! And he gets a 3. So it's a 2-point game. Milk 10, 6 foot over with 8. But a great series of plays. Citrus on defense, Vanzi on offense. We've got ourselves a game here with a 4:47 left in round 2. Nice turnaround, though, for sure. I think maybe Milk getting a little too lax with it, and we've seen that not pay off for some teams in some of these games over the weeks. But yeah, kind of getting a little bit casual with some of their shots and some of their passes, and you know what? 6 foot over, full credit to them. They took full advantage of it. So JL Graham getting the disc here. Milk's on offense. 4:20 left as JL Graham rolls it into the goal. It's a 2-on-2 now. Cross pass, but too far off the hands of his receiver. So there's the stack coming in and tapping it out here to the top. Callan 101. And what's he going to do? He's trying to run and gun for that pass up to JL Graham. Back up to 4-point lead.
Nice shot.
Wow, whoa!
Banned. But very, very nice passing play into the nice shot from JL. So 4-point game, 3:44 left, 6 foot over on the offense. All right, so Shepard, the QB, stuns out the stack, grabbing him too. Shepard doing a very nice job to enable maybe a number situation. Oh, but not taking advantage of it on that missed pass. So now see Jason diving out, but Citrus gets the disc barely with room to spare. Over to the barrier to Vanzi, loses it off the barrier, and now he's going to carry it into the goal. So after a little bit of disarray, they still get the goal. Vanzi assisted by Citrus. It's a 2-point match again. 3:13 left in round 2. All right, so it is a very, very tight round as the pass goes out. Shepard was doing a great job in that midline, just denying that stack. And again, that's the big thing about 3v3 and how punishing it is. I mean, you break up that one stack or people get stranded. It is very, very difficult to get back on the defensive end, especially just You know, anytime the offense can get those number situations, it pays off so well. That soft pass getting to see Jason now for Milk. So inside the barrier, up to the backboard, and anchoring down, slinging it in. Back up to 4-point lead for Callan. And Milk, 14-10, 2:24 left in round 2. The law is saying, heck yeah, go Vanzy and Citrus, and Shepard, I guess. And Zeus asking why they played 3v3. Yeah, because both teams needed subs as see, Jason gets a steal here on the Joust. So trying to sling it off into the bubble will be missed. The Shepard is there for maybe a recovery. No, see Jason speedily coming through. It's going to result in the 3 from that corner. That's a nice hit off that backboard. So up now 7 points for Milk with 1:48 remaining. That is a big shot for C. Jason and Milk to maybe start closing this game. But 1:40 left, not impossible to come back. 6 foot over just needs to act a bit quickly with some urgency there. See if they can find those passes. There's Vanzy with a nice first one, but the next one just slightly off. Citrus is there, Shepard is there rather, to maybe contest, but JL Graham, nice discipline on not stunning Shepard. Could have easily gotten stunned. Shepard was trying to bait it, but didn't fall for it. So as a result, Milk gets the disc back. 1:15 left in this round. And in this series, oh boy, that shot from almost full court. Almost good. Rebounded here, though, by Citrus. Citrus off to the pocket and into the tunnel, or near the tunnel, rather. JL Graham with control of the disc for the moment. 55 seconds left. And now the missed pass.
Great job guarding the goal.
And a good save by Citrus. Getting that out of there. Pardon me, I had to take a drink. But see, Jason gets the disc right back here, sending it out JL Graham to Callan. 30 seconds left, and again, there's that time situation, not going to be on the side. So Milk looking to close this out in 2, slinging it off to the side. Citrus diving outside of the goal to try and get the disc back. Does not do so as JL Graham recovers from the shoulder. Now goes to the opposite shoulder pass. One more to the lower corner. Actually bounce passing it all the way to Callan. I believe that was intentional even. And now one more to Graham. And this shot from inside. So 19-10. And that will close off this match here in round 2. Victory going favor of Milk in this Way Back Wednesday matchup of 3v3.
For the round. Blue comes out on top.
So off to the highlights real quickly here. Look at what we've got to offer over the course of that last round and a half or so since that reset initially. Actually, no, just the one round because it was a reset at the beginning. That's right. Anyway, so 1 round's worth of stats there. First round was 17-11 favoring Milk. Second round, 19-10. It was very close there until the late game. And banned again. Language. So rude. You're horrible. You never again. Milk's logo never again. All right, anyway. We'll be... Let's see. High score for Milk, 8 points to JL Graham. And we have, 6 points. Sorry, it was so small on my screen. 6 points to JL Graham, as well as C. Jason. 7 points for Callan and 3 assists, as well as 10 stuns. Over on 6 foot over side was Vanzy and Citrus, both with 5 apiece, 1 assist apiece. 3 saves for Citrus, some nice ones in there. And then Shepard coming in with the 6 stuns in that round. So there you go. All right, now with that said, we got ourselves the next match coming up immediately. So we're going to transition to that real quick. So don't mind me. And yeah, BRB. All right, hello everybody, welcome back one more time tonight. We got our second and final North American match. The only Zeus saying overlay needs to be updated, different name for you. Will do. Are you still, let's see, what are you on the VRML page? Because that one, usually when I'm doing all my updates, I'm basically got the names from the start of the season, and then as names and stuff get changed on like the league rosters channel, that's how I update it. I'm not actually pulling it from anywhere, so it's all handmade. Handmade Palidore by my stuff. Anyway, all right, I will change that quite soon. In fact, I can just do that maybe now if I have a moment. We'll see. Teams have been pinged, ready up, and oh, too late. So can't do it. Sorry, you're gonna have to stay I'm Not Zeus for the rest of your life. But round one, I'll fix it later though. But yes, round one. About to start here between Wireless Jax and Instinct. Instinct on the left side. Kavichi Kanamara Chaos cruising. Got stuck between their two names. Spank. Over on Wireless Jax. Gilligan, it's will.i.am, Blitz, and Akami. Rolling out on this first round. Winning the joust as is not an infrequent thing. Very fast are the Jax. Definitely looking jacked when it comes to the speed. As Gilligan comes through with a deep cross. Whoa, just weaved it right through the wickets of the defender there, Kanamara. That was a really good pass, if not a risky one. Nonetheless, back passing here to Gilligan. Gilligan going for a pass fake. Second one going to Will. Will, the score. 2 points first to the Jax. How about that? Very nice shot there. There was someone worth mentioning. I believe they were on Instinct, and if my suspicions are correct, maybe cruising just because of recent weeks. But there was someone saying, basically, prior warning, I'm having some internet issues again or something like that. So we'll see if that comes into play. Ideally, it won't. Anyway, it will be Instinct rolling out here. Spank with the disc, passing it off to Kanamara. Right back here towards the nest. What is it? What is this? The milk game? We saw a lot of that back passing to nest over in that last one. But over here will be taken by Akami. Kanamara receiving the pass, but then stunned in an instant, losing it up to the top pocket as Gilligan tries to collect it. He's going to be stunned just as quickly. But the fortunate bounce to Spank. Spank looking for Kavichi. Finds Kanamara instead. Almost a self-rebound maybe, but no, will not be good for the goal, but they will be good for the rebound. So there's Cruisin heading over to Spank, approaching Bowtie now up to the nest, right past the hands, but again a fortunate bounce. It just seems like right now all over the floor there. The second Instinct player, the unintentional recipient, is just always there in the right place, and finally they get the pass and the score off of it. So hey, 2-2. 2 minutes in to this second game. I was just trying to see how many twos I could shoehorn into that whole sentence. As a nice shot, wow, is put into the goal from, 24 meters out, wow, from Kanamara. But you know what, not a surprise, Kanamara definitely just a elite striker. Has hit so many huge shots from every space in the floor. Anytime they got that open look, it's going to be a hit more often than not. So very good look for them and for him. Instinct up 5-2 as the takeaway here from Spank this time. Just bouncing off the Geo, that nest. Kavichi carrying it over to the barrier, but a good stun here from Will. Will deny the cross pass. Now they get the tap out. Trying to look for some speed if they can, but not quite as quick on the approach. So backing it out here. Slapping it back to Kanamara, and now he's going to roll up here on the forward position. And inverting himself, but another good grab from guess who? Will. Again, defensive hands all over the place so far. Just some very, very nice defensive awareness and reflexes being shown as Blitz actually loses the disc here to Spank. So disc loose here up by the top ramp. Another stun, this time coming from Gil. And then back into the hands, looks like, of Will. So their duo at the moment doing some good work defensively. Blitz pass over to Will. And just looking for, looks like a clear. It's just going to be a light one that should be collected. Maybe not. Overshooting that one. So instead,
Orange with the disc.
it's going to be Kanamara here for Instinct, but going to Blitz instead. So now Blitz rolling in from the dot. As goes for the pass to the shoulder, but unable to get that one.
Orange clears it
Blitz retaining possession, and then back here to Gilligan. So I like the patience being shown. Akami here from that corner shoulder. Oh, just losing. There's some sort of disconnect there for the Jacks, but either or, that disc is going to be unscored as it goes over to the blue side. And Instinct coming along there, checking behind him was Kavici, just trying to eye the defenders, the stack coming through. And that's a nice job from Kavici there. The shield, the awareness, managed to retain possession definitely for his team just based off those little plays. So cruising over the midline, it's 5-2. Already approaching that halfway point of this first round, and lower scoring, but as I've said, it's kind of been more and more the case as of late for some of these mid to high tier teams, especially. Very well paced, going for that beautiful pass. Kavici, Kanamara to Kavici that is, and it's 7-2 for Instinct. Instinct definitely loves those cross passes in front of the goal there. From one corner to the other. Usually it is initiated just outside the bubble, but it's definitely one of those play calls that they try to get more often than not if it's available to them. Will.i.am here, Blitz, getting the pass out there, just clearing it actually, so intercepted by Cruisin. Cruisin with Spank attached at the feet and at the ready for the boost. Couldn't get the disc back, and another light clear into the pocket where Gilligan will be contested by Kavici, but somehow slithers on through, not finding the shot, however, so there's the boost from Kanamara, gets it first, takes the disc back, getting knocked loose over, so there's the Jacks, 3 of them, in fact, as they go here on the attack, and seeing if they can get on track for a goal, but no, it's stunned off, denied by Kavici, diving out of the goal nicely. However, Blitz takes it over again at the midline. He's had a couple interceptions already, so he's going to go to Will.i.am, down to the corner, but just missing the hands as well. But here comes again, the persistence and the insistence that Wireless Jacks are just going to get time after time, more and more looks at the goal. And you got to figure that they're about to get a good shot here with this many attempts. And there it is indeed from Akami. Assist to Gilligan right from that upper backboard. A nice work there for the Wireless Jacks, just sticking with it to bring it back to a 3-point match. For Instinct there, some good dives for sure from Kavici and co. But at some point, just kind of losing track of their man up there on the backboard, and third or fourth time, whatever it was the charm indeed. As Kanamara Chaos takes us for Instinct, and contesting hard over here with the punches as well. There's Gilligan and the Akami. Kanamara doing a pretty good job initially, but now getting stunned. So there's the pass over here to Kavici with Cruisin over on the other side. They're just going to back it out here to the tunnel. And Kanamara going forward to Cruisin from the bottom of that corner. Now taken over by Blitz. Again, the defense from Wireless Jacks looking pretty promising here. And they're really forcing Instinct to play it pretty carefully. Some of these cross passes, and even in the midfield, really, are being just forced to be less accurate than they want. That said, that is a very accurate shot from Spank. Hitting a 3, no less, from 8 meters on the goalie, just painting that upper corner of the goal. So that's a great shot from Spank. A risky one, maybe. Bold one, maybe. But, I mean, the placement on that was perfect, just over the hands of the defender. So Will.i.am takes the disc, clears it through. There's a stack trying to meet it halfway through the tunnel. But a turnover instead will go back into the side wall as Kanamara looks to recollect. Will.i.am's inside the goal, looking like maybe 2 or 3 on 1 situation. The pass, back and forth, just missing it on both grabs there because of the speed of that disc. Went past them, turned around, and then suddenly it was past them again. But here's Kanamara, as well as Akami and Gilligan trying to contest him. Spank coming through with it. There's that deep cross, and there is that, again, that bread and butter play, one of the ones we see a lot from Instinct. Kavici slapping it through. But they definitely love to do that. Very specifically, the cross-corner pass from outer bubble to a diver from the opposite side, and it always turns into a slap shot. It's never a grab and a dunk. No, it's always a very quick slap. So when you see those plays unfolding, I think if you're against Instinct, you're going to want to dive out at those the moment that goes out if you can see that play coming. Because the receiver is not going to hold on to it whatsoever. That said, Gilligan trying not to hold on to it too long as Akami gets it through. A soft pass, weaving it through, and a thing of beauty for the Akami blitz. All of the above involved in that passing play. That was some incredible weaving through the defense to enable that shot. They were very soft passes, but just precise enough to be out the reach of the defensive hands. That is great from Wireless Jacks. So 1 minute left. It's a 6-point match. Instinct ahead here. And looking for that bottom rollout. Now Kavichi retains the disc, looking for a clear again, or a pass rather to Spank. Defense for Wireless Jacks attempting to retreat. Some of them getting kind of stuck though in the back there. You can see them finally recollecting as Kanemaru receives this one. Are they going to go for it again? Looked like it, but denied. And Wireless Jacks sending it out only to be intercepted by Kavichi. So Kev finds Cruisin'. Over to Spank. Spank has Kanemaru. Just a beautiful lineup of passes results in the shots. And a 14-6 lead for Instinct. You can see no one on that team there really held onto the disc for terribly long. Once that first pass went out, it was just pass, 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 and shot. So efficient to get them maybe one last goal there. And claim this first round. 14-6 as of now, unless something dramatic happens here in the next second. And maybe about to unfold, and oh, just barely off there. So 14-6 in the first round, going Instinct's favor. All right, so yeah, very effective team play being shown from both ends. Like the defense from the Wireless Jacks, and as well as some of those passing plays, just absolutely pinpoints, as I said. But Instinct there going to some of those bread and butter plays, getting some good, second looks at the goal. I mean, possession time, pretty close, only 33 seconds separating them. It's about half and half. As far as shots taken go, there were 9 shots by Instinct, 7 to Wireless Jacks. So a couple extra attempts, and apparently that was all Instinct needed to go ahead there. But meanwhile, everything else, I mean, really pretty close down the middle. I mean, you see the save percentages, only it's 1 for Wireless Jacks and none for Instinct. So kind of ignoring that stat just because of the low numbers. Everything else in the team stats is just head-to-head. Like, not a lot of separation at all. So a very good effort from these two teams. But yeah, it will be Kavichi with 6 points leading, Kanemaru with 5, Spank with 3 as well as 3 assists. Over for Wireless Jacks, it was 2 apiece for all of Will, Blitz, and Akami, and then Gilligan with 2 assists. All right, so round 2, we're ready to go. Again, for those joining me today, whether it was earlier on in the afternoon or in the evening, thanks for doing so. Going for a shot to maybe end this evening, or at least start the second round right, is Kanemaru Chaos. Instinct trying to look for that win. Coming into this match, with the, I suppose, advantage there in the connoisseur votes, heavily favored over Wireless Jacks, but I mean, not a lot of MMR nor wins separating these two teams. They're both right up there. Instinct perhaps been here, in the gold division for most of the season, as Kanemaru Chaos rolls in, just inverts to the side to find a slightly more favorable angle. And good hit from Kanemaru, assist by Spank.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So 1 minute into this second round, it's 4 points up for Instinct as will.i.am launches out. That pass going over to the Akami and maybe rushing that one a little bit, but they'll still retain it for a moment, and then going over to the pass here. Going to hit that side wall now where there's a couple defenders back for Instinct, so they're going to be able to get that one with a little bit of time, but there's the quick stacks, as always, from Blitz and Akami and all of Wireless Jacks. Nonetheless, Kavichi over on that side, just eyeing the defender as he comes on through. A good leech from Kavichi as well, so enables us 2-on-2, going for the goalie, going for the shot! How about that? Kanemaru finishing the shot, but honestly, Kavichi just making it easy for him. Doing the bulk of the heavy lifting there, just in terms of the pass, the boost, the punch. That was extremely crisp and clean for Kavichi. Like I said, love it, making his teammates work a lot more easy and efficient. So gotta love that, capitalizing on the 2-on-2 situation as they go for the clear. Now it does eventually actually roll to Alchemy. Alchemy gonna be pressured heavily. Look at all this aggressive defense outside that 2-point lane or 2-point bubble for Instinct. Really not afraid to play up a bit. And so far paying off to the tune of the 6-point lead in round 2. See a ton of punches forming there. And unloading as Kavichi unloads that shot for the 3-point hit. It's 9 points to Instinct. See Alikos also stopping by, cheering on the Wireless Jacks. Welcome, welcome. And Zeus saying something's goofy. Not sure what. Maybe the side inversion that he shot a little while ago. As again, the shot. Was that Kanamara? It was. Nothing goofy about that one. That's just a straight-up steal and a conversion. Up to a dozen now. Ahead is Instinct.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
As I said earlier on, off of those initial scores even, Kanamara, not a surprise when he scores this volume because it's just a constant. Very, very big striker for his team, and credit to his teammates too, really enabling him in this match with some nice passing plays. And you know, the disc distribution here for Instinct been very, very, very nice over the course of the season. Wireless Jacks just as well, always collected on the speed and things. I mean, you can see right there, immediately looking for the stack, getting some good redirects, just slightly past the hands of Gilligan though, couldn't find that extra momentum he needed, so it will go right back to Kanamara. So Wireless Jacks, they're playing also a little bit out, kind of similar to the way Instinct was, being aggressive, and they will actually cause a turnover as a result. So there you go. will.i.am gets a clear. There's the immediate stack again. 3 different players for the Wireless Jacks. So just trying to evade all of the Jack players there. It's just a huge pileup forming here near the side. Just about every player finally dispersing a bit, and the heady back pass to Cruisin'. So good job recognizing, you know, the back pass was available and not getting kind of tricked or lulled into that whole pileup for very long. Recognizing quickly that, hey, this isn't what we want, so we're just going to disperse out. We're going to give our teammates, if they happen to get the disc, we're going to give them a available back pass. And even if they don't get it, we're just going to at least be in defensive position so we don't get scored on. On both accounts, the right move there for Instinct. Now that said, Wireless Jacks coming in here with some good moves on defense again. I mean, their bubble defense has been pretty tough some of these times that Instinct's gotten it inside. But yeah, another turnover. will.i.am playing the back line. Get some more steals. That shot from deep, is it going to be in? Oh, it is absolutely! From a quarter century, just about 49 meters out. Big shot, Wireless Jacks, big shot, Will.
10, 9, 8, 7,
So still halfway through this round. I mean, a lot of clock to burn. Not out of reach whatsoever for Wireless Jacks. It's a single-digit game, once again, based off that shot.
underway.
So if Wireless Jacks can turn up the defense to even, you know, higher degrees, they still might be good. That said, oh, the goal is going to be left open. Backboarded, miss, but rebounded and shot. Spank to Kanamara. And back up by 11.
12, 11,
So again, good positioning there from their team. I go to it a lot, but yeah, if you have players positioned out on every side, left, right, and center, even if you miss those shots on offense, even if you miss your initial passes, being positioned like that on every angle will get you a lot of rebounds and thus a lot of extra points over time. So definitely something to keep in mind for less experienced teams and the players. But as we go here, it's going to be Will trying to tap it over to Alchemy, but getting it back is Spank. So Spank sends it to Kanamara. Kanamara through.
clears it out of their zone.
And again, some of these brawls. So another thing I like about 4v4 was talking about it a bit earlier in that 3v3 match we saw between Milk and 6footover. But one of the other things I like about 4v4 is the fact that it really did enable this brawling meta to kind of expand. Not that brawling was bad before, but now Spank goes for a shot. Is that in? So very close. So trying to get his own rebound, and he does. A lot of time to spare, so no doubt some of those brawls playing off in the back line, but Blitz does get it back. But yeah, not that brawling was weak before per se, but it was susceptible to getting people stuck. Now with 4v4, you can kind of you can better afford is that shot. Oh, it's going to roll very, very close. Taken here, rebounded by Gale, but oh, the self goal! Kanamara.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks and you're welcome. He's welcoming himself to that goal. Kanamara. So even on the defense, you know, he's still a scorer through and through, even if it's on his own goal. It'll happen, folks. It'll happen. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, though, as this actually disc gets knocked loose, so hold the thought once more. It's going to be, oh, not what they wanted whatsoever. Akami, 7-point game, 2.5 minutes left. Oh boy, players having a laugh about that, and maybe a little bit of disarray for Instinct. Need to just collect their thoughts here. Not even sure if I'm going to have time to get back to my other thought, because I'm not sure what to expect. So hold on for a sec. Let's see.
Let's try this again.
All right, we're good. So anyways, yes, brawling. I don't even know where I was going with that anymore. Point is, you can brawl, and it's less damaging now, and it's actually more helpful, especially if you can stop 2 players. That shot going through, no players inside the goal for Wireless Jack, so Kavichi. Kind of both teams losing a little bit of the focus, I think, off that the last few plays in a row. A little bit of unusualness unfolding between the self goal, that missed pass off the Geo that turned into a goal for Wireless Jacks, and then an open goal there. So I think, you know, just a little bit one of those moments where it becomes a little bit frazzled, and it'll happen from time to time. And that shot happening quite nice. Was it Kanamara? Yes, it was. And a 3 at that. I didn't even realize. Wow. So Kanamara continuing to light it up. He has 19 points. Huge scoring game from the Chaos Man himself. So Wireless Jacks. Very, very slow rollout, but they eventually get it. So maybe missed joust there, but luckily they won't pay for it that time as Akami goes for that deep shot, and even the stack through. Oh, that was fantastic from Wireless Jacks, and no doubt intentional, because in the sense that first of all, the placement on the shot, it still gave it a chance to go in, but I know for Wireless Jacks, they have faith in their team, and they know that when they're throwing those clears, when they do go for those clears or those shots from long distance, it's usually with the idea in mind that they're confident they have that back stack ready to get the disc even if it does miss. So that's a very nice play from Wireless Jacks, and something we see quite a bit from them. So I can pretty confidently say after watching a lot of these Jacks games that that's definitely something they do, you know, very mindfully. It's not just these random, you know, maybe that'll go in kind of shots. It's more so a very calculated move that they go for because they know they already have the stack about to come. So good stuff from Wireless Jacks, but for Instinct coming through with a victory here in the second round sweep. 13 seconds left. Let's just see how this one closes out. So there's the stacks. There's the collection. There's the shot. And it's got absolutely 4 bullets. One more to close this off. And brings it to a single-digit game, if nothing else. But yeah, very good game. Still going to be a 2-round victory for Instinct. Ending up here at 20-12 after that, these last 10 minutes of play. So,
A huge part in anything. Literally every play I was a part of, you guys scored it. Like the little pass down here, you guys caught that, scored a 3 off of it. The QB I fucked up, y'all got a 3 off of it.
muted,
I'm actually
muted,
on your guys'
destroyed, wrecked. Anyways, that was Cruisin' talking, by the way. You know what? New feature request idea that I had just now because of all this. Feature requests enable for spectator view to kind of show who's talking, like have it display in like the bottom corner somewhere, bottom left corner, or by the mini map, something like that, just so we can get an idea, because sometimes it's hard to see who's talking, I've realized. But it's always entertaining listening to the comms, usually. Anyway, yeah, so with that said, that's the end of this round, end of this game, and of, well, this way back Wednesday. Just got to say it one more time. This way back Wednesday night. 4 games in Europe, 2 games North America, and 1 more stat sheet to read off for you. So, for Instinct, it was Kanamara Chaos, 19 strong points, 3 assists, 1 save, 24 stuns. Over to Kavichi, 12 stuns, 2 points, 26. Or 12 points, 2 assists, 26 stuns. I'm pretty sure I said something wrong on there. Cruisin' with 10 stuns, Spank with 3 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, 24 stuns. For Wireless Jacks. a very even distribution on the scoring end there was Gilligan with 2 points, 2 assists, 39 stuns, leading that category. will.i.am with 5 points, 1 save, 1 steal. Blitz, 5 points, 3 saves, as well as 19 stuns. And the Akami with 4 points, 2 assists, and also 19 stuns. But at the end of the day, it was just, again, the shots taken. Possession time still not hugely lopsided, but just the shots taken, those extra attempts, as well as some of those deep three-pointers. Several of them courtesy of Kanemaru, of course. Definitely the difference maker in terms of the end score there. So as well as just the assist. I mean, yeah. So Instinct proven once again just how strong of a team they are, and why they are, as we wind down this season, why they do find themselves here now 3 games above 500, 11-8. And firmly in that gold division, right on the toe tips. Is that a thing? I mean, fingertips, toe tips, right on the toe tips of those Master League teams. Have contested them many a times. So Instinct is one of those teams I'm really, really following here, going into a prospective playoff situation, just to see what happens if they're tested again by some of those Master Tier teams, because they can be one of those interesting teams in terms of upsetting some of them, I think, if they do find themselves in that playoff seeding. But anywho, all right, for Wireless Jacks, they will fall to 10-9, so still a mighty nice record across the season for the Wireless Jacks. Really just building upon the momentum they started in the preseason, continuing to develop that speed and that chemistry. I mean, it was already one of the fastest stacks and jousts in the preseason. In Season 1, it's much the same, so always fun to watch them at work and how they've improved their game pretty much from a holistic standpoint. Speed, passing, defense, all of it across the board better each passing week. So I think that'll do it for us today. And by us, I suppose I mean me at the moment. But yes, me, myself, and I, and well, why don't we go to the schedule as I'll show you what we've got coming real soon. It's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, Fusion versus Quackhead, starting it off at 11:45 Mountain Standard Time, or 1:45 p.m. Central. Alpha Ducks as well versus Quackheads will be following that 45 minutes later. And then later in the evening, got some more North American games, and it's actually going to be 6 foot over again. See if we can get ourselves a 4v4 and hopefully have the law back integrated into the 6 foot scene. And they'll be facing off against Guinness. So that's another match definitely to be looking forward to, I think. And yeah, following that, we got, one moment please, there we go, Skull Crusaders versus Legends. That's going to be at 5:30 Mountain or 7:30 Central. Invictus versus Nova, followed by Ignite versus Team Joker. And then finally, Wireless Jacks one more time versus Nay plus Ultra in a challenge match. Interesting. So we're definitely seeing a lot more challenges as of late. Last 3 weeks or so, in fact. We were at, I think in the first, several weeks, maybe 6, 7, 8 weeks of the season, only 1 or 2 challenges per week. But now as we get deeper into the season, in the late season, we're definitely seeing, more like 4, 5, 6 challenges a week, it feels like, as of late. So yeah, always look forward to casting them, though. Interesting stuff. Alikos in the chat saying, we'll make Quackheads exhausted for Alpha Ducks. Hey, you never know. Fusion's been on a roll later. I mean, you can exhaust them and, and win. No doubt. Fusion been warming up in Europe. But of course, a lot of teams contesting tight there, so it'll be a fun game to look forward to. Bad internet apparently subbing for Quacks. Well, there you go. Definitely a great player himself. Kind of sliding into the sub role in the second half of this season. But glad to see him still playing either way. 5-Spotted Dog earlier on saying GG to both teams as well as Greg and Zeus. Just making sure I covered all of that chat. Caught up. Good. Gilligan stopping in saying start over. I missed it. Me too. No, I do believe, unfortunately, Gilligan, there is proof that game did happen. But, I mean, both rounds still, single digits, kept it close, and it was entertaining. There, some just great plays from both teams, and I really like the passing. Some highlight moments for sure. But yeah, good games to all involved and to all a good night. I don't know. Call me Sanador. Anyway, everyone, have yourselves a great night. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you again for some more matches tomorrow.